Hey guys, in this video I'll be telling you the top 5 tips and tricks to improve at PvP. This video will tell you all the tips, tricks and information you need to know about PvP, so you can improve and increase your bounty/honor fast. So, let's start. Stat points are very important when PvPing, as it will give you the best trades in fights. To know how to use stat points correctly, you first need to know which weapon in your build will be the main damage. If the main damage in your build is a fruit, your stat points would be like this. For basically every build, people always max out melee and defense, because melee gives more fighting style damage and energy, and defense gives more health. That will leave you with one category left that you can max, and since, in this example, you're a fruit main, you'd be maxing out the blocks fruit section to maximize damage from fruits. If your main damage is from sword, you would max out defense, melee, and sword, and so on. Stat points depend on your PvP build, so not everyone will have the same stat points. Also, some PvP builds are hybrid, which is where you split some stat points into other categories like gun. So yeah, make sure to use stat points correctly, as it will play a huge impact in fights. Accessories play a crucial part in PvPing, as they can provide very useful buffs. Some popular accessories for PvP are the pilot helmet and the pale scarf. The accessories do depend a bit on your PvP build, but most people just use pilot helmet or the pale scarf, which is versatile with all builds. In my opinion, I would recommend the pilot helmet accessory, as the extra 130% movement speed is insanely good and is very useful during PvP. And yeah, make sure to use the correct accessories when PvPing. Using the correct races when PvPing is very important, as it will give you many important advantages. I can't tell you the correct races to use for every single build obviously, so I'd recommend looking at factors like speed and damage. For example, if you had an ice fruit PvP build, a race I'd recommend is Rabbit, since you'll need that extra speed to get close to your enemies so you can stun them and then perform your combo. If you have trouble finding a race suitable for your PvP build, just search on YouTube your fruit followed by PvP build, for example, Spider PvP build. Even though the PvP videos may not have the same build as you, the fruit will still be the same, meaning it'll have a similar combo/playstyle, so the race they use should still fit for your build too. But to be honest, for some/most builds you can use any race you want as long as it's upgraded to race V4, and if you're decent enough at PvP. Some races I'd recommend are Shark. Even though it's been nerfed many times, it can let you tank one-shot combos and stressful situations. Another race I'd recommend is Human V4 for its insane damage, allowing you to do much more damage on your combos. Now, let's move on to the essentials that you must, or strongly recommended, have if you want a PvP or get bounty/honor. The first essential is having race V4. If you're PvPing someone who is race V4 and you don't, you've basically already lost the fight, assuming the enemy knows what he's doing. If you don't know how to get race V4, click on this video here. Now, the next essential is being near max level, as the higher your level is, the more stat points you have, which will help greatly. Now those are the important essentials I'd recommend having before you start PvPing/bounty hunting, so let's move on. Instinct tricking, more commonly known as Ken tricking, is a very useful and important trick that can help you escape combos. Ken tricking is basically turning on your Ken/instinct haki right before a move hits you so you can dodge it. Now you might be thinking, wait, can't you just leave your instinct haki on, which will dodge moves without you needing to enable it right before a move hits? Well, yes you can. But some moves will just break your instinct, forcefully disable your instinct haki for a few seconds, which would leave you vulnerable. Here's an example of Ken tricking. As you could see, the player was enabling instinct haki right before the move attacked, while if he just left his instinct on, it would break and he'd be vulnerable for a few seconds. So Ken tricking basically allows you to dodge attack moves that would typically break your instinct haki. But do note that some move attacks will always break your instinct haki if hit, regardless of Ken tricking. Anyway, make sure to learn how to Ken trick, as it will be very useful when PvPing. Now, for the best tip to improve at PvP or bounty hunting, it's learning combos, especially one-shot or unescapable combos. Combos are a set of moves/actions performed quick and fast. If done well, it'll deal very good damage to your enemy. One-shot combos are basically the same, except if performed well without mistakes, it will kill your enemy rather than greatly damaging them. And inescapable combos is pretty self-explanatory. Normal combos are typically easy to counter, so it's recommended to make/learn a one-shot or inescapable combo with your fruit and build. If you can't make any good combos, just go on YouTube and search for good combos with the fruit you have. If you're a beginner, I'd recommend using a fruit like Ice or Dark, as their combos are easy to learn and perform, and are very good. So yeah, make sure to learn combos as they are a pretty big factor to whether or not you'll win in PvP. Anyway guys, that's the end of this video. If you found this video useful, please make sure to like and subscribe. Anyway, bye.